Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today we are coming back to Auto Axe topic, the most powerful DPS weapon, the highest damage per second weapon in the game, and couple more features that come to my attention thanks to your comments, and thanks to the fact that you keep pushing me to do this test even though I was thinking that I already know what's the best. I was wrong. Okay, I will say that. I was wrong as you did find more features, and we are not saying bugs in Fallout 76. There is no bugs. There are hidden features of different effects. So let's cover that in here. I will not show the full testing as that will take us hours. We did a lot of testing on the live stream, so if you are interested, you can see it on my latest live stream. Like last hour, we spent testing Auto Axe. But I will give you the results, and mainly in regards to the Guardian, as that's the popular test dummy boss, I will say at this moment. So test dummy boss is the Guardian. But here we are. I didn't change the name yet. As you can see, it's now equipped executioners. I was testing that last. And about the prefixes, we need to cover it in two case scenarios. You do or you do not have Pounders, a 4-star legendary. So this 4-star legendary Pounders currently has this hidden feature that is giving plus 1000% damage, but on top of that, it does affect prefix. One of the prefixes is affected by the Pounders. I don't know how and why. If there is any data miner, please let me know how it's happening. I know what is happening. I don't know how. So if you do have Auto Axe already with Pounders that gives plus 1000% damage, you can greatly increase this damage even more. So if you then switch your prefix to Furious, that normally is bad. Like if it's a 3-star, it's not a good prefix. But if you have Pounders, the Furious effect, which is 5% damage after each consecutive hit up to 45% damage, this is normally very little because that's additive damage, but if you have Pounders, this magically switches to multiplicative bonus. So you have 45% multiplier on top of everything, which basically gives you extra 45% total damage on top of fully stacked Pounders with Auto Axe, which is insanely good. There is only one other multiplicative prefix, and that's Executioners. So if your Auto Axe is only 3-star, Executioners will give you the best TTK. And TTK is time to kill on the boss fight. So Executioners would be number one for the boss fight, the best time to kill. But because Furious is currently with Pounders multiplicative, it's going on the first place, giving you basically 45% damage multiplier all the time. Then going back to effects that work as intended, commonly asked question, I was testing that too. What is better, anti-armor, aristocrats, bloodied, or maybe furious, or maybe if it's a robot boss, troubleshooters? So they all almost the same, and from my testing, by very little margin, anti-armor was a winner. But that's when we are talking out of the situation when Furious dominates. If we forget about Furious, anti-armor was a winner by small margin for overall damage for regular enemies. Executioners is a winner for overall damage on boss fights, if you don't swap the weapon, of course. And you cannot swap the weapon if you are using Auto Access. You will lose Pounders effect stacks. So you do not swap the weapon during the fight. So Executioners number one. Outside, if Furious do not exist, then anti-armor number two, that works all the time. But Furious exists, so it's currently number one if, but only if you have Pounders on the last star. So Furious, heavy hitter, strength, Pounders, it's currently the strongest combination. And then, next topic. Electrified, burning, poisoned, no mod. Which one should it be? I hear you. A lot of people is advocating for no mod, as this one is giving you more unified damage, only ballistic damage. And there is a use case for that. So I will maybe show you the one use case when no mod is actually superior and is winning versus Electrified or Poison. So I will not show everything today, but I will show you this one case scenario. So let's go for the Guardian. Let's start it. My bonus from food unfortunately expired. I was using it previously, like 170% bonus from food. It unfortunately expired, so I don't know if that will be enough damage, but that's not really the point of the showcase. Like, doing enough damage to kill the Guardian, it's not really the point. It's just a test dummy at this moment. So, crouching, and the scenario when no mod is the best, if you are trying to go from behind in order to hit the shield. Now I'm hitting the shield, even though I'm behind it, and damage numbers are showing 0. You will see in a moment. You can see I did damage to the shield. Very poor damage, and I missed most of the shots. But I did damage to the shield. You can see it in here. A little bit of damage. So for this case scenario, and yes, it is possible to kill the shield before the Guardian will be able to fire with Auto Axe. But the point was that in this case scenario, the no mod, so purely ballistic damage, is superior to Electrified or Poisonous damage because the shield of the Guardian is weak versus ballistic damage and is not weak versus anything else. That's why regular one is a winner. I was testing more on the Guardian body itself after you take down the shield. And after you take down the shield, it no longer stands. So no mod is only superior if we are talking about the shield alone. Then for the Guardian itself, I tried Poison and it was claimed to be the best. And based on the stats, 35, 35 and 400 dot versus Electrified being 35, 35 and no dot at all. But even in this case scenario, Electrified still won. And the fact it's the same as Poison is only because I do not have Science perks equipped. If I would equip Science perks, Electrify will win. Turbo remains to be bugged and just do less damage. Burning is slightly less damage, so it's not really good for anything at this moment. Therefore, Electrified keeps winning as overall the most powerful effect for the Auto Axe, with only exception being fighting the shield itself when and only when no mod is winning. For everything else, Electrified does the most damage. For the effect, Furious Heavy Hitter Strength Pounders. So then Electrified, this is the strongest combo for the Auto Axe. So now I will show you the damage numbers with this setup without any food, with only thing equipped in here as Incisor. I will use armor and I will show you entire fight. I will try to do a little bit damage to the shield from behind. I'm not good with it, so you need to place yourself in exact spot to be able to do damage with Auto Axe from the behind of the robot. It is possible, and it is easier a little bit in first person view. It's possible in third person view too. A little bit more difficult to achieve that this way. Oh, and the testing before I was doing with the melee food. Now I'm showcasing it without the melee food. So damage numbers will be slightly different than on the stream. Not huge difference, slightly different. I heard claims that crouching can give you sneak attack bonus. I never was able to achieve that. Let's see if I can hit it in this view. And I'm not really doing very good hitting it. Barely any hits. So now I need to relocate myself, as otherwise I die. So I'm relocating. I did some damage, as you can see, to the shield. I'm equipping dragon, so this phase will go faster. Even though I'm not shooting this dragon. Okay. Now, oh, I will fix that first. As it's gonna break. So now you can see the damage numbers with... Oh. Great, I stepped backwards. So let's do it again. Let's do it again. I messed up. I stepped backwards, and that would happen. Let's see if first person will give me better results for the shield hitting. Oh, yeah, that's the... Yeah, that's true. That's the bug. I don't need to do that. That's the bug. When you die exactly in the same moment that Guardian goes down, then its shield doesn't work anymore. This bug is still present. So I can straight away attack. Oh, I'm being staggered. Don't stagger me, please. I'm trying to show the damage numbers. So you can see the damage numbers go really high with Furious Executioner, and that without taking one for the team effect. as there is no team. So that is without taking one for the team effect working at all. And yeah, that's how powerful this combo is. With taking one for the team, the damage numbers here will exceed 3k. Should I show you that without? Probably no need. Like, it would be even faster. It would be even faster. So if you have any questions still, please let me know. This is basically a summary of the results of the testing I did on AutoAxe. If you still think that other mod than Electrified is better, let me know in what case scenarios. From my testing, Electrified wins. It's not a huge difference versus Poisonous, but it is. It is a winner. It is doing a little bit more damage, especially after you add Science spare cards that give you even more margin, but even without it, it's already somehow doing more damage. So let me know, what are your results? And that being said, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.